Hey everybody, so I want to talk about Zdeno Chara because if you watched Game 4, you saw Chara get hit in the face with the puck in the second period, and he returned to the bench in the third period but did not play a single shift during the third period of Game 4. Chara has a broken jaw. He cannot talk. He cannot really even open his mouth. He very clearly has a broken jaw. Zdeno Chara might play tonight. And this, to me, is the epitome of what hockey is and what hockey is all about. Because I don't think you wouldn't see this in any other sport. No other sport would you see something like this. Chara cannot talk, cannot open his mouth. He was at the morning skate in a full contact jersey this morning for the Bruins. And it's looking like he is going to play tonight. Broken jaw and all. And it really is unbelievable. And we've seen hockey players play with broken jaws in the past or miss very limited time with broken jaws in the past. This is nothing really new. I mean, Derek Stepan immediately comes to mind. But so many people thought Chara was going to be done for the postseason, and it seemed like a broken jaw as soon as it happened. That was pretty clear early on. But the fact that he could play tonight, and he's listed as a game time decision, we don't know for sure that he is going to play. But if I was betting right now, I would put money down that Chara suits up tonight and plays with that broken jaw. He obviously he'll be playing with a full face shield, and it's going to be interesting to see how much, if he does play, how much he would play, and how effective he is. But just the fact that he even will still be out there on the ice, I think, is just absolutely incredible, and something that you only see in hockey, you don't see in other sports. And there's a different level of toughness and a different level of grit and determination that you see in hockey players, because that is the culture of hockey. That is what you are taught from the moment you start playing hockey, whether you're 4 years old or whether you're 15 years old. When you start playing hockey, you get this culture ingrained in you that if it's physically possible for you to play, you are playing. And pain can be managed. Pain is temporary, but being there for your teammates, pushing through, helping your team in any way that you can, that is worth way more than what the pain is going to feel like. And we see it every year in the playoffs when teams are eliminated from the postseason. They send out the list of what their players were playing through in the postseason. And every year you look at some of the stuff and it's just like, oh my God, how did he play through that? Well, if you can physically do it, hockey players will do it. I mean, Zach Hyman playing through a torn ACL in the first round this year is a perfect example of that. Most people tear their ACL and they're done for 6 to 9 months. That's it. 6 to 9 months, you are out. You don't play a playoff series with a torn ACL. Hockey players do. Patrice Bergeron in 2011, when they released what he played through in the year that they won the cup, the shoulder injury, the rib injury, the punctured lung, the torn cartilage, it was ridiculous what he was playing through, yet he kept on playing because it was physically possible. Did it hurt? Absolutely it hurt. But pain is just a feeling, and unless you're doing, playing through increasing the damage so much that it could become seriously threatening to you, hockey players, that's about the only thing that will keep hockey players out, especially in the Stanley Cup Final, in the playoffs in general. When you get to that point in the season, unless you're like in serious danger, you're going to be playing. And what Chara is doing, or potentially doing tonight, is just another example of that. Most people would not even think about suiting up and playing an NHL game with a broken jaw. But it is the Stanley Cup Final. It is Zdeno Chara, and hockey players are a completely different breed of human. They have a completely different mindset than the average person. And you know what? Your jaw, yeah, it hurts. That when you have a broken jaw, I mean, I've never broken my jaw, but I'm sure it is one of the more painful injuries that you can have. But, you know, you can still skate without your jaw working. You can still move your arms without your jaw working. You can still play the game of hockey without your jaw. So, you know, really the way that I'm sure Chara is looking at this is, I can still play. I can, you know, perform the actions required to play the game of hockey. Is my face going to hurt a lot? Yes. But that's worth it to play the game in the Stanley Cup Final. And it's just, I'm continually blown away by the things that NHL players play through and what hockey players in general play through, no matter what league they're in. It's a whole different mindset. It's a whole different level of toughness. And it's really incredible. And it's why I love hockey so much compared to these other sports, where when you watch, say, baseball, for example, somebody, you know, has a you know, strained quad, and they're out for like 6 weeks. And I look at that and I think it's an absolute joke. It's sickening, because you would have a hockey player playing with a broken wrist, not sitting out 6 weeks. This guy has a strained quad and he wants to sit out for a month and a half. Like, that is an absolute joke to me. And it's because, you know, I've grown up in that hockey culture where unless you physically cannot play, you are playing. Look at Erik Karlsson. Erik Karlsson, you know, was clearly in serious pain and struggling on the ice at the end of that conference final against St. Louis. Turns out he had a major groin injury that had been lingering for most of the season. So, you know, and certainly the end of the year and through the playoffs, he was dealing with a major groin injury that required surgery. He played through it because that's what hockey players do. So now we have Chara, broken jaw and all. Looks like he's going to play through it because that's what hockey players do. And it's just absolutely incredible, but I absolutely love it. And that's one of the things one of the reasons I love hockey so much, because it's a mindset and it's a level of toughness that most people will never reach. And it's just absolutely incredible. So I hope Chara does play tonight. It will be absolutely savage of him if he does play tonight, and I think he's going to, because that's the type of person and that's the type of player that Zdeno Chara is. He is an absolute warrior, and I think unless the medical team tells him that there is absolutely no way that he can possibly play, I think he's going to be out there on the ice. And given the fact that he was at the morning skate this morning participating with a full contact jersey, I bet you he plays tonight. So we'll see if Chara's in the lineup or not. But even if he's not, it's incredible that he's even this close to playing with a broken jaw that literally just happened a couple nights ago. And if he does play, then that's even more spectacular. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, road to 1K. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.